How you doing, everyone? Scott here, back again, finally. I say that every time now, because it's always so long between videos. And I never mean for it to be that long between videos, but it just happens. I get lazy, or I get tired, or I've just got a shitload on. I'm one of these people who think they've got a really easy, kind of quiet life, but it's only when you discover you've not got any time to do anything that you actually realise you're really busy. So I've just got a ton of stuff going on. I always kind of do now. I've got a lot of hobbies, I've got a lot of stuff going on, and I've got work. So I'm also trying to get into this whole tattooing thing. If you follow me on Facebook, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, I'm doing this tattooing thing as well. So I'm working during the week, tattooing at the weekend, trying to buy records, trying to make videos, do kickboxing, do taekwondo. It's just a nightmare. So anyway, I thought I'm going to just take this time to finally sit down, have a chat with you guys, let you know what I've been buying, what I've been listening to, and yeah, just kind of check in really, just to let you guys know I'm not going anywhere. I'm just busy AF. So let's get into the CDs. First CD is a release from this year, Burning Witches, The Witch of the North. I've only listened to this twice, and it's, to be honest, it's not blown me away. I think with Burning Witches, I mean, they're a great female outfit, but I don't know. I think they've kind of steadily, they're not, I don't want to say got worse, but their first album I thought was amazing. And they're not bad albums, but they just kind of get gradually, I don't know, less gripping. And I've listened to this twice and it's not really kind of stuck. So definitely going to give this more spins, but it needs a bit of work. So that's Burning Witches. I've spoke about these I was going to say guys, these girls before. All female, straight up heavy metal. Comes in this pretty decent digipack as well. But yeah, give them a go. I would always start with their debut though, because it's awesome. I think that's just self-titled. So that was that one. I think that came out a few weeks ago. And the next one I'm going to show is actually a recommendation from a lot of you guys. I mentioned the band Cathedral in, I don't know if it was my last video or the video before that, but all you guys mentioned the Carnival Bazaar as the next kind of album to go to from the Ethereal Mirror. So I picked up the Carnival Bazaar on all your recommendations and I wasn't disappointed. And a lot of you were right. Ethereal Mirror, I would say, is a better album, but this is still pretty awesome in its own right as well. So yeah, that was a really good pickup and great recommendations from you guys. So I do listen. So that's the CDs. I'll move on to the vinyl. Let's start with this one. I finally got this one through. Roadwolf. So you'll probably remember me mentioning Roadwolf in my last video because it came and it was the battered sleeve from Amazon with no record in it. So I got this in last week, finally. It finally came into stock and they sent one out. Still used, but it's in much better condition, and absolute bonus, it came with the vinyl. So I can actually listen to this now. So yeah, you've got to be pleased with that. When the record comes and the vinyl's in it, I mean, you can't complain at that. But yeah, Roadwolf, this was released when 2000 and I want to say, oh, it was last year, 2020 on Metalizer Records. So this is Roadwolf's debut, and it's pretty decent. It's new wave of traditional heavy metal. Some songs on this that I would check out is Unchain the Wolf, Road Wolf, Straight Out of Hell, Curse of the Gypsy, Turn It Loose, Never Surrender's a good song as well. I mean, it's not going to be one of those albums that's going to like blow you away and you're thinking I'm going to be the biggest Road Wolf fan, but it's a pretty decent album, and it was a cheap pickup, although it took months for the actual album itself that I could listen to arrive. But it's definitely worth checking out. Like I said, debut album. Yeah, it's decent enough if you can find it for a good price. So finally got that in. This one's been sitting in my inbox for ages. Suicidal Tendencies, World Gone Mad. I kind of had this on when I first got it, which was months ago. Had this on, and you know, it was one of those albums that you think, okay, it's good, but it's not going to do much for you. I mean, Suicidal Tendencies are going to be known for their earlier albums. It's just a fact. But yeah, I kind of stuck this on the other day, obviously planning to mention this in my video, and you know, my opinion didn't really change. It's good, but it's not gonna be an album you reach for all the time. If you want a bit of a fix of Suicidal Tendencies, you're going to go for maybe the first three. But this was fairly cheap on Amazon, as I remember. That's the gatefold in there, double disc set. But yeah, I'm trying to look at the track listing for any ones that really stick out, but I think the one that really did stick out was the title track. Yeah, but I mean, obviously it didn't blow me away, but it was cheap enough, so I picked that up. Like I say, it's not a bad album. It's an average album. Moving on, let's go to this one. So I was really happy to see this coming out. And it's the reissue of Hellripper and Coagulating Darkness. Absolutely superb. So Hellripper's first full-length album. As you all know, I'm an advocate for James McBain, who is Hellripper. Just absolutely awesome. What I love about this, so when I got this in, I stuck it on straight away. And what I love about Hellripper is it's got dark lyrical content. It's got like high speed metal riffing, all this kind of stuff. But you can just tell from the music that he doesn't take himself seriously. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the style of music, or maybe it's because we've spoken to him through Contact and Blood. But yeah, I just it's kind of almost got a sense of humour to it, if you know what I mean. But I don't know, I might just be getting that from, I might just be completely making that up, but I just feel like from the dark imagery to kind of the dark lyrics, it has got, I don't know, it's just got that kind of sense of humour to it, when you know that it's not taken literally. So anyway, some absolutely awesome songs on it. I mean, a lot of people mention the song Demdike, In League with the Devil. It is a fantastic song. I would definitely check that out. But the whole album's awesome. So really glad to finally get that on vinyl. I've searched high and low for this, for the original version, which is a little different. To the cover's a lot darker. This is kind of like a kind of redone cover. But yeah, I finally got it in. So awesome album. If you've not checked it out, check it out. Next one I'm going to show is, let's go with this. This is an album that's been shown quite a lot recently, and I think I was actually going to mention this in the last video, but it seemed like a lot of people had mentioned it that week, so I just thought I'd hold off. It's Torah and Surprise Attack, an album that has been on my wish list for years. And it's one of those albums that when you do see it, it's either in crap condition or people are just wanting a lot of money for it. There's been a copy of this on eBay for maybe over a year, but without the cover, or the cover's been ripped like right down the middle of the front. So, you know, I wasn't really gonna buy that one. I mean, I'm one of these people who, I know you can't play the cover, but you kind of want it to be in some sort of decent condition. But yeah, this is an awesome album from, what's this, from 1989. And it's one of those albums that it's got that kind of bluesy vibe about it, that kind of late 80s going into the 90s kind of bluesy vibe about it, but it's got those sleazy riffs. The riffs are kind of hard and sleazy, not like, you know, the Heartbreak Station from Cinderella. That kind of goes full blues. It's got that kind of sleaze about it as well. I mean, the one song that sticks in my mind is "Love's a Bitch," the opening track. That is just an earworm song. Phantom Rider is a great song as well. But the whole thing is just such a decent album, and it's I think it's quite overlooked from back in the day. I finally managed to get this on cassette because I just could not find a vinyl version, but really glad to have this. This has had a few spins since it's come in, and it's in great nick. So yeah, check it out if you just want some sleazy hard rock. 1989, Torah, Surprise Attack, awesome. Right, we'll go for this one. Chastain and The Voice of the Cult. So I was looking through my inbox and I've got 4 Chastain albums sitting in the inbox, and I didn't really know which ones to pick, so I just kind of went for this one. I thought I'll not do it in order because that's just weird. So I went for The Voice of the Cult. Of course, a lot of you will know David Chastain and lead singer Leather Leon. But I mean, Chastain's one of those artists from the 80s that I don't think really put out anything bad. Especially Chastain the band. He's got Chastain the band. He's got David T. Chastain, where he did solo projects, and he's got CJSS, where he did another project. But when it comes to Chastain, I don't think there's a bad album up until the early 90s. And I've not heard all the albums, but I'm just saying the ones that I've heard have not disappointed. So The Voice of the Cult is one of those. I would say it's one of the weaker ones from the 80s. But you know, in terms of what am I trying to say here? It's just not it's not as memorable as some of the others. In fact, I might just pull one of them out. In fact, I'm going to do that. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. So I wasn't going to show this album, but I thought, why not? So you've got Voice of the Cult. I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And you've also got this one. I'll try and get it out there. sleeve. I'm so prepared. It's awesome. You can tell I do this every week. Get off. So, Voice of the Cult, but then you've got For Those Who Dare, which is awesome. What year was this out in? 1990 on Leviathan Records, which is Chastain's own label. But this is superb. So if you are a Chastain fan, I would definitely start here. This is awesome. Is there any lineup changes here? Yeah, I think there is on the drums and bass. But yeah, check out this For Those Who Dare from Chastain. This is so solid. So give that a go. But I think I'm going to spend a little more time with the Voice of the Cult as well. But here we go. So that's that. Last one is going to be from Havoc. Time Is Up. I think this is their second album. This came up really cheap on Amazon, and the Contact in Blood group chat was on fire with talk of picking up Havoc and Time Is Up. I think it went down to about 12 quid delivered. So absolutely awesome to grab that. I kind of started my Havoc listening with Conformicide, then 5, which came out last year, which I thought was brilliant, which I think was better than Conformicide. Here we go on this kind of, what would you call that? Splatter, swirl, smudge. Yeah, so there was a lot of kind of chat around this. I think it was Andy that showed this last week. I think we both picked up at the same time. I just didn't. I don't know if I went into this album with high hopes because of what was kind of being said about it, but I didn't get it as much as he did anyway. I mean, it's still a decent album, but Havoc, for me, have this kind of tendency to, you know, just be frantic. And I know that's kind of what Andy likes about Havoc in the first place, but they kind of toned that down with 5, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was more melodic. It just seemed like there was more time spent on each song. This is kind of more back to your normal Havoc. So kind of frantic, a bit kind of all over the place, but I mean, it's still, don't get me wrong, a good album. I just think I need to spend a lot more time with it. It didn't kind of grab me the first couple of times round as it might other people. But still some absolutely great songs on it. There are some standout songs. But I will need a couple more listens on this, I think, to kind of properly digest it. So there we go. Havoc and Time Is Up. This was released from Spine Farm and originally on Candlelight. So there we go. Don't know if I showed you the gatefold, but lyrics and band shot. So that is that. Havoc, Time Is Up. So time is up. Time is up on this video. Thanks to everyone who's still subbing to my channel, watching videos, liking videos. I promise I don't want to be away for this long, but you know, sometimes life just gets in the road. But hopefully, and I'm saying hopefully, I'll be back a lot sooner for my next video. I've got things lined up. There's things I want to do. It's just finding that time. But I thought I'd make this video, check in with you guys, make sure you're okay, tell you that I'm okay, and I look forward to your comments, and you can let me know what you think. So until the next time, hopefully it won't be that long. See you later.